Every man needs a brotherhood, or he'll stay average forever. Really, everyone needs a community, or they'll stay average forever. So I want to keep this video pretty short and explain what I mean. We've lived in tribes or communities for a long time, and community is what makes you strong. There's a cheesy saying like better together, and I fully believe in that. I think if you don't have a community, you're holding yourself way back from your full potential. When you got exiled from your tribe or your community, you had to go out on your own, and it was harder for you to do everything to stay alive and improve. Let's bring this to some funny modern day YouTube terms. You're not helping yourself at all by being a lone wolf. It's not cool. And really, you're just holding yourself back severely. You're isolating yourself for whatever reason, which is unhealthy. In monk mode, take it from the guy who did monk mode for a while, and then I started to make some higher level guy friends who were crushing it in their businesses, working great online remote jobs so they could live wherever they wanted in the world, so they weren't bound to their home country. They could do what they want. They had time freedom, location freedom, everything. They had great bodies, they were eating better, going to the gym, and they were holding each other accountable. There's a saying, iron sharpens iron. So you sharpen each other by helping each other level up. You know when you have like a best friend who doesn't sugarcoat things? Like, they'll tell you the truth to make you better, rather than making you feel better in the moment. They'll tell you that thing that you don't want to hear to make you better, rather than softening the blow. Right, they're still going to be there for you, but just make sure that you've got these kinds of people around. And again, the reason for all this, I realized that I held my progress back a lot by not having good people around me and going monk mode for too long. Look, some isolation, I don't want to use that word. Some solo work can be good, right? But don't isolate yourself. Make sure that you're social at least once a week, challenging yourself to get out of your comfort zone, but don't isolate yourself. The last thing that I want to say here to basically prove my point is we've all been around or seen people who have been around people who weren't helping them, like basically a bad community. So for example, people who hang around others who do drugs. Super easy example, right? Alcohol, whatever else, doesn't really matter. It's like a lower life force energy, and you know it as soon as you stop hanging out with people like that, because they're all healthier, they all have better energy, they're all doing bigger things. So identify these people who are holding you back, where they don't believe in you and your goals, right? You'll get people who are naysayers, like, oh, you wanna try that? You wanna become self-employed and start your own business? You wanna move out of the country? Why would you do that? Why would you be a YouTuber? Why would you do this and that? They're basically naysayers, or what I like to call crabs in a bucket. I don't know if you've ever watched crabs in a bucket, but one tries to climb out and the others grab it and pull it back down into the bucket. So that's what's going to happen if you have the wrong people and you don't limit their access. So it doesn't matter if it's random people, that you don't know too well. If it's family, I know that one's hard, or friends, you have to identify who these people are that you limit access to. And this is why it's so important to have a great community and brothers so you level up, all right? That's it for the video today. Take care, guys. Peace.